everyone, it is week 14, okay? And as you probably know by now, my name's Jaden, and I'm joined with our resident expert Caleb here for Fantasy Tomorrow. And it is time to talk injuries. I don't know why this intro is so exciting, because injuries are literally team killers, so I probably need to dial it down a little bit. But, and we're just going to go ahead and dive right in, and Caleb's going to let us know who was inactive in week 13 that we could see coming back soon.
Yeah, so there's quite a few players, a lot of big name players too, so it's really exciting. First, Christian McCaffrey, running back for the Carolina Panthers. He's been dealing with that shoulder injury that he sustained a while back. I think it was against the Chiefs, but it's just been up and down for McCaffrey for a while. But the goal for him was to return after their bye week that they had this past week. So it's good news for McCaffrey. I would expect to see him back out there this week. And for his teammate, DJ Moore, his ankle injury just doesn't seem to be that serious, and he's had the bye week to get healthy, so probably going to see more this week as well. Now, Joe Mixon, running back for the Bengals, he's had a foot injury, which he's been dealing with. He's been out for a long time this year, but the team finally thinks he may be able to go this week, so that's good news. Kenny Golladay for the Detroit Lions, he's been dealing with that hip injury, and the good news is, while he has not been practicing, he has been participating on the sidelines, doing sprints and things like that, and I think that he is getting way closer to returning, so that's good news for Golladay. For DeAndre Swift, running back for the Lions, he's been dealing with a concussion, which actually he cleared protocol for before that game in Week 13, but then he got sick. He has an illness. It's not COVID, but definitely something that caused him to just not be able to go. So hopefully he'll be back to normal and be able to play in Week 14. Now, Josh Jacobs, running back for the Raiders, he had an ankle injury that kept him out of the game. He wasn't able to practice at all last week, but the Raiders seem hopeful that he'll be able to play in Week 14. So that's good news for Jacobs, but definitely need to keep an eye on him. Now, this is an interesting one. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had an illness that caused him to miss practice all of last week, but he actually suited up and was active for Week 13. The problem is that he did not play a single snap. He just kind of sat on the sideline for the whole game. So while he was active, there is kind of still a suspicion there. It seems like he lost a lot of weight from his illness. They're wanting to kind of conserve him, make sure he's okay. They don't want to put him into a bad spot. So just watch his practices, see if he's able to practice at all this week. Hopefully he'll be ready to go for Week 14. Now, Jonnu Smith, tight end for the Tennessee Titans, had a knee injury that caused him to miss practice last week. He missed this game last week against the Browns. So he's going to need to participate in practice in some capacity this upcoming week. Same thing for Daniel Jones, quarterback for the Giants. He had a hamstring injury. Now, he actually did log a limited practice last week, so that's good news, but he's going to need to do better than that this upcoming week. He's going to need to log better and more consistent practices this week. And that's going to affect all of the playmakers on the Giants team because he's definitely a step up from backup Colt McCoy. Now, a couple more. These are both COVID-related. Mark Andrews for the Baltimore Ravens. He's being held out because of COVID. He can hopefully get back soon. I guess they're just trying to play it safe with him, make sure that there's no lingering effects. They don't put him in a bad position. And the same thing with James Conner, running back for the Steelers. He's still on the COVID list as well. So just watch those guys, make sure that they test negative and come off the list and are ready to go for Week 14.
Okay. And did we see anyone injured in Week 13 that might return soon?
Yeah, just a few that we should probably keep an eye on. Ito Smith, running back for the Atlanta Falcons, had a head injury, so that's kind of scary. We don't really know if it's a concussion or what the deal is with that. But likely, even if he's okay, you can't trust to start him right now. He's just kind of, in a crowded backfield. Same thing for Kerryon Johnson, running back for the Lions. He had a knee injury. We don't really know how severe it is, but same thing. He's third in line in that backfield in Detroit, so can't really trust him right now either. Joshua Kelly, another running back that's in a crowded backfield. He had an ankle injury, left the game early. Even if he were to return, he'd be in a crowded backfield behind Austin Eckler. Now, this is a bigger one. Frank Gore, running back for the Jets, he suffered a concussion. Now, it's hard to believe that Frank Gore can even get injured just because of how well and how long he's been playing the game for. He's been kind of injury-proof. But this concussion could keep him out for at least a game or two, so just keep an eye on him. And if he's not able to go, definitely want to add Ty Johnson. He's somebody that could be effective for the Jets. And then another weird one to kind of keep an eye on is Brandon Cooks, wide receiver for Houston. Now, he had a concussion, was evaluated for it, and was actually able to come back into the game and finish the game for the Texans. But concussions can be weird. Sometimes it takes a while for symptoms to show. They have to continuously monitor it during the week. So keep an eye on Cooks. We don't know if symptoms might spring up later in this week. So his status is kind of in question for Week 14 as well.
Okay, well, we hope to see all those players back soon. Now it's time to go into a little bit more serious matters. So do we see anyone injured in Week 13 that is going to miss a significant amount of time?
Now, that's actually the good news for this week. There were no serious injuries that I know of right now. Now, there's still couple of games that haven't been played just because of when we're, recording this, but no serious injuries. So that's great news, and hopefully the rest of the season goes on just like this past week.
Yeah, that's awesome news. It should be awesome news for you guys too, because we got some big players hopefully returning soon, which is so crucial during playoffs, and we didn't lose any big players, so that's totally awesome. Please like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you guys information like this. And with that, we are going to say sayonara to Caleb. And I'm going to let you guys know that this is Fantasy Tomorrow, where we're giving you guys the information to learn today and win tomorrow. See you guys for Week 15.